Google Classroom has a feature where you can mute a student. So we know that from our settings, we can turn the stream on so that students can make comments on the stream and they can comment to each other and they can ask questions. But sometimes you might have a student that is abusing the feature and you want the rest of the class to still have it, but you just want that student to have a pause. And so in order to do that, they created this muting feature, and I'm going to show you how it works. So here I am on my stream, and I have Mott, who is posting just random, what's up, I'm bored, has anyone started the homework? So they're using this sort of like an instant messaging app. And over here I have another classmate who can just sort of see what this kid is saying. And I don't want that, but no one else seems to be abusing it, only Mott. So how you would set the settings, just to remind you, in the settings under General, so this stream, students can post and comment. So that's why, if you notice, this kid's posting and then other students can add comments. So that's what the post and comment option is, and I have that turned on right now. And then there's an option for students can only comment and the option to just totally turn it off. I still want to keep it on so that students can post and comment because I feel like they can help each other and it can be very useful. I just don't want this particular kid doing it anymore. So if I go over to People and if I put a check mark next to that student's name, under Actions, I can select Mute. And so muted students can still submit work. Other students won't see it. They cannot reply to classmates' work, and they cannot comment or post. So none of that's going to happen. So if I mute this student, right, and so you can see visually that there is the speech icon or the speaker icon with a line through it. So I can tell that I've muted that student anytime I go back. So that's going to be helpful. And I'm going to show you for the student. So notice all of a sudden this, I just went into their account. You see everything went away, so they cannot post anything anymore. So there's no option for them to add things that got removed. So they're not going to know that they're the only one. Obviously, I'm going to have a conversation separately with the student. And the other thing that I want to do, I'm going to go back to the teacher one, is I'm going to go back to the stream because I can remove these. And I can see, so it put that he's muted, so I can see that. On the other page of the other student, let me hit refresh. They are still seeing the posts at this point in time because these posts happened before, but there's no symbol on there, so they can't tell that I've muted. So what I'm going to do in addition to muting him is I'm going to go in here and I'm going to delete. And I can also unmute him from here as well, but I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to delete these postings, and so then that way no one's going to see them. So anything that comes up that you're like, oh, I wish that wasn't there, get rid of it. You don't have to have it. So delete them off so that you don't see them, and then use the option to mute the student. And when we want to unmute him, we're just going to go back to the People. And we're going to explain to the student, we're going to tell him why it wasn't appropriate, what appropriate things are for him to post. We'll have those conversations so he can identify where the problem was. And then when it's set, I can just click on here, go back to my actions, and I can unmute the student. And as soon as I do that, it tells me what's going to happen when I unmute him, which I am aware of. And so now, when I refresh this page, so the ones that I deleted are gone, and now he's able to post again. So I think that that's a really useful feature instead of taking away all of the option of posting from the entire class. If you just have one student that's really abusing it, just mute them, and then you can go back in, you can have those conversations, and when you think that it's safe, you can unmute the student again. So definitely use that as needed. If you have any questions, please let me know. Thanks.